for LPL. I just love watching him play carries. He did show up once earlier in the tournament, but it was on a Scion, so I'm praying for carries in the top lane for Shy.
Yeah, because the interesting thing is the LPL, ever since, people like Wei Xiao, Uzi in the league, has just been centered around team fighting bottom lanes, tearing people apart. So you don't really get the carry top laners. Flandre was someone that tried to do it, the AD LeBlanc top lane qualifying into the LPL now on Snake Gaming. Of course, the Shy, that also hubris, able to pick up kind of assassins, mages, the carry top laners, and have great impact in the game. So I want to see whether that is something that they try and add right now in the play-in stage to make people aware in a best of 5.
Yeah, I mean, I also like the timing of it. When you are on the red side, this is a team and a region where everyone was talking about throughout the year, blue side being so overpowered, really having pick advantage. In the LPL, red side actually had a higher win rate at the same time. And this was, in my opinion, largely because guys like the Shy and a lot of these LPL teams were able to use counterpicking so effectively red side and slam lanes.
And we'll wait to see, of course, they are on red side this game, and the Shy versus Someday is a very exciting game overall, though 100 Thieves have not been having a great tournament. Someday is a name that every League fan should know, an exceptionally good top laner, and this will be a fun matchup. I'm curious what they will indeed choose to play. Of course, 3 carries already gone with the Akali, Irelia, and Camille bans from earlier on. The Urgot Aatrox matchup down there as well. I would be sad if it was Ornn vs Sion, but of course that could just happen.
I too would be sad, and we have to keep in mind 100 Thieves are already out of the tournament, but they can still do their Western Brothers Fnatic a favor here.
Yeah.
If you do actually, beat Invictus and Invictus loses again, I believe that would actually matter there. So,
yeah, absolutely.
But obviously, it would require 2 losses for Invictus. So.
Yeah, of course, Fnatic and Invictus will be playing for seeding most likely later on. We know they're both coming out, but yes, with Fnatic 1 game behind, as you're saying, Azael, they can take that first seed. And 100 Thieves can not only help Fnatic, but even if you want to play it down the line, help Cloud9, give them an easier first-run opponent by, upsetting Invictus.
It is even easier.
Yeah, and of course, we're going to move on from this point as Leona's been grabbed in, so Kai'Sa, Leona for the bot lane versus Xayah Rakan of 100 Thieves.
And this is another draft that, you got to give props to Prolly, coach of 100 Thieves. He has been able to secure them good stable picks, I think, and comps that make sense, which, has at times been up and down. I think that the main issue a lot of people would have with 100 Thieves right now is their execution throughout the earlier stages of the game. They fall down in 1v1, 2v2 situations. It means Anna has to get incredibly busy around the map when, necessarily doesn't want to be in that kind of situation. He can't make the proactive choice a lot of the time on reactive back foot, and I think that is where 100 Thieves need to start putting some effort into.
Yeah, I definitely agree, and it's really tough as a jungler if your mid laner is losing these matchups heavily to really have much priority in the jungle, because guys like Rookie, guys like Caps are then going to join up with their junglers. They're going to invade. They're going to be in your face. And, last time around, certainly 100 Thieves did struggle pretty heavily against Invictus Gaming. We'll see if they can turn in a more impressive performance here. They are also obviously playing for pride. They want to be able to show that they can compete with some of these top teams.
Absolutely. Want to get back to the draft quickly. This is something that IG actually do more than people would expect. Red Side Rookie became a little bit of a meme because he was just willing to blind pick things in the draft. He does have a great counter pick flexibility. However, with the Shy coming in, they do like to drop the priority of his pick down to the bottom, make sure they guarantee that lane. Ryu, whilst not known for his tank mid laners, could be playing Sion in this situation. And I do think this is now a draft where you can play towards top side. Bottom lane going to scale just fine.
Well, Lissandra going to be grabbed up here, and yes, this can be flexible between top and mid. We've seen both Lissandra and Sion in both of these roles, but I'm still expecting that to be just another Lissandra mid-game for Ryu and a blind Sion for Someday.
Yeah, I mean, we haven't really seen Ryu playing a lot of tanks mid, so I'm really interested to see if we are going to get that carry top, and it looks like we probably are. GP is one of the Shy's most popular picks in the LPL, certainly is an outstanding performer from the red side into the tanks, can often get that somewhat free lane, scale up, and then have a big impact later on.
And though it's unlikely, I think Rookie's also a very good gangplank. This used to be a mid lane champion as well. I'm not expecting it, just saying it is an option here, and as the time ticks down, this is very, very likely what the lane assignments are. Leona is known as what's supposed to be a good pick into Xayah Rakan, but of course Xayah Rakan's still a very good duo in themselves. Bot lane will be interesting. Lissandra into Ryze, a lot of CC to set up some ganks, and Nocturne and Gragas both can make that happen. But the one I'm excited for is the Shy getting a free farm lane and potentially taking off.
And this is the thing is, you know, we mentioned how bottom lane focused the LPL can be at times, and this actually allowed Gangplank in a lot of the games that I was able to see to go kind of unharassed throughout that laning phase. Then his ultimate in fights is just such a useful tool. Having an AoE slow to corral people into specific areas of the map, especially when you're fighting around things like Rift Herald, like early dragons, just becomes such a potent tool. Obviously, late game scaling potential of the Gangplanks also off the charts.
And potentially useful is it's a global you can actually use when the lights go out when Nocturne presses R. If you're Shen or Galio or you have TP, that does nothing when the lights go out, when Paranoia hits, but you can still have a teammate ping or even just like press 4 and see where they are and just drop the button down on them. So some small usage there can maybe try to turn around some of the Nocturne ganks. Either way, a game that will be fun to watch, as Invictus are the only undefeated team left at Worlds. Only 3 teams since 2014 have gone undefeated in the group stage. 2 of them went on to win the championship. Samsung White and SK Telecom T1 with Marin were those 2 squads.
And the only other lost to the one who went on to be the champion. So Kingzone last year. So certainly, if you go 6-0, things are looking good for you. IG has had an impressive group stage so far. And it really has seemed like probably it's only Fnatic who can challenge them, but we'll see if 100 Thieves can buck the trend and upset this group a little bit.
Yeah, and I want to talk about what that means as we do jump into a pause quickly at the start of this game, because there's 2 things. Either IG was underrated coming into this tournament, their contest versus RNG were closer than people had given them, credit for on paper, or it can mean, and I'm not saying it does,
They're exploding hand warmer.
Yeah, I'm just saying that it can mean that maybe Fnatic isn't as highly rated, isn't as good as people rated them initially. Now, I am a positive believer in Fnatic. I think what Broxer and Caps have shown in the 2v2 mid lane will give a lot of teams trouble in best of 5 series. They have a lot of weapons to be able to throw at you. So that means that Invictus Gaming potentially is a top 4 team in the world right now and does need to, really be given that respect.
Yeah, they definitely do. And I mean, this day really has been very much, it seems like, about Fnatic and IG going stroke for stroke, going, fight for fight kind of thing, showing who can be more dominant, because it has very much turned into a 2-team group.
And that's going to be, of course, that 6th game showdown. If as you mentioned during Champions League, if 100 Thieves pull the upset win here, it means that there was no tiebreaker needed. Fnatic can just win, take care of business, and then be the #1 spot and suddenly have a much easier chance. As we know, all the other teams that could be in the quarterfinals, and you see everything come out, all the #1 teams were the expected #1 teams. 2nd seed out of this group is much harder than it would be if you were 1st seed out of the group.
Absolutely, and I think that the big thing for me is that we have some wild cards coming out now. EDG, no one really knows how they're going to perform. Are we going to see the best of EDG or the worst of EDG losing laning phase? Cloud9 had a night and day performance in their group stages. I think that Fnatic has been more consistent than both of those teams, and IG now need to show a same consistency as they go up against 100 Thieves.
IG to me were a very consistent team. They only dropped 1 match for the entirety of the LPL summer split. Yes, they did lose eventually in Game 5 to Royal Never Give Up in the very finals there, but that still speaks to me like a consistent team that can put on a lot of good showings. I had IG as a top 4 team coming into Worlds. That has not changed for me, and I want to see if they can keep taking care of business and make that 6-0 run.
Well, it's just so fun to compare IG to Fnatic, to be honest, because they both interchange top laners. Both their top laners play different roles on the team, and yet they find success with both of them. They both have support players that domestically people will say should be questioned. They make questionable decisions at certain time. I mean, Hylissang and Baolan at the moment, certainly 2 of those players that you'd have to take a look at. So many juxtapositions you can make.
And of course, we'll see that in about 2 hours' time when they do match up in our 6th game of the day, and maybe the 7th if we have a tiebreaker. But for now, it is 100 Thieves hoping to do a little bit of what Team Liquid did on their exit of Worlds, which is they might be out, they might be down, but getting a feel-good win for just the regional pride in and of itself could be very valuable here.
Certainly could, and I like their start to this game. They've started everyone in lane. They're going to look to get the early push. They're going to start Ander and Fog of War on the 5-6, early engage.
And a stun, though. That's actually good target selection by Baolan. Stun Rakara, keep the Xayah from attacking anymore, and that trade goes pretty much equal. And Xayah Rakan at level 1 is one of the very strongest duos and didn't get much out of that.
Yeah, you've also got to say 400 Thieves, this draft, is something that kind of tends to lend itself towards a more up-tempo game, which I think is the style of play you're going to need to bring out against IG. I don't believe that 100 Thieves can play a slow macro-style game against this team and come out on top. So, bringing out the Xayah Rakan, bringing out the Nocturne, the Lissandra, so much dive, so much engage for them to be able to target someone like Jackie Love. If you can get that perfect initiation and take him down, you will have a chance to win the game. But I mean, Jackie Love taking the cleanse is also a very intelligent move and a nod towards that.
Yeah, and the problem that I have with that is, and I agree with you to an extent, but I think that when you play against a team that plays that way naturally, and this isn't your natural tendency, which it isn't for the 100 Thieves, you know, they are more of a scale up into the late game team, then you are at risk of trying to do something against a team that just does it better than you. And if this game does not go well in laning phase, if Shy is able to build any of that lead, if Jackie Love gets even an early kill, this game feels very difficult for them to come back through just from draft.
I agree. It's up to 100 Thieves to have the practice kind of coming through from scrims. Maybe they got some good games in, and though they've not shown that style a lot throughout the year, they're much normally a consistent team fighting, late game sort of team. Maybe they can find something explosive here. I think Anda's actually had a pretty good Worlds tournament for himself, and we'll see if he can make sort of that difference and find those dives into the back line.
It'll be pretty interesting to see where Ning makes his first appearance as well here on the Predator Gragas, as there is a lot of gank assists kind of across the board here. You know, in the mid lane, in the bot lane with the Leona and the Ryze, there's a lot of setup for this Gragas, and it is certainly something where they could make an early aggressive play, and Rookie already kind of asserting dominance here in the mid lane against Ryu, and he's also going Biscuits, so he is going to be able to have the additional sustain and perhaps secure himself an early advantage.
Yeah, I think the reason for the Biscuits is he hasn't gone teleport, aware of the lockdown CC, so he has also paid the cleanse tax. That means he's not going to be able to TP back into lane for maybe an earlier Dark Seal and then be able to just sit there and wait for the tier. Probably see that as a first item coming in. So I like the choice from Rookie. I do think that right now Ning has the world as his oyster. Bottom lane is up, double CS. Mid lane up, you know, 18 CS at this stage of the game. He's just 8 CS, sorry. He's just doing a very good job of shadowing the bottom side of the map and just making sure that these lanes don't come under pressure, because Zion most probably is just going to push into the gangplank, and this will just be a farm fest.
Well, for now, at least the Shy is being denied some farm, but here comes that push on the bot lane. No farm any longer. A lot of damage and a half move, flash onto the turret, and that's Ryu with 5 HP, first blood. It took 4.5 minutes, and Rookie already took him down.
A beautiful solo kill there from Rookie. The dominance from this laner this early on to be able to take down Ryu. It's already looking a bit grim here as IG also setting up for a dive on the no flash Afro move here.
This is so likely to happen. Here we go, 3 versus 2. The flash stun, they're gonna find one. Body slam is ashore, and as the summoner heal's not gonna be enough. Rakara goes down, out both summoners.
They don't even go into the flashless target. They just make sure they take down the 80 carry, deny even more CS away. This is a great start to the game by Invictus Gaming.
It really is, and just great execution from them, forcing out the summoners, committing on that dive. They already had a huge advantage in the bottom lane, and here's a solo kill one more time. Ryu had already been chunked out pretty low, and Rookie just decides to go for it.
Yeah, exactly right. And I do think it is important to point out the fact that Ryu had the counter pick in this matchup. This is Rookie blind picking Ryze, someone that is good with gank assistance, but without an aggressive summoner spell, not really known for those 1v1s at level 5, and still able to pick up that kill. Just a classy player.
And it didn't even cost him a summoner at all. So not only does Ryu get solo killed, he loses his flash. Certainly is potential to attack that lane once more. From the side of Ning, who also didn't even have to commit his flash on the bottom side and has the Predator boots available.
And this is kind of the problem, you know, we keep complimenting Anda, saying that he has had a fine world. People would be questioning that, you know, the early game going disaster as well. Actually, action top lane.
As the ult gets pushed in, but the Shy, not with an ultimate, can't trade back just yet, but Ning is not coming around for his second gank of the game. And that's Anda waiting around. They're going to see each other. Level 5 from both these junglers looking up towards Someday. Ning has flash if he needs it. Predator's still on. Will he pull the trigger? So for the entrance, no, there's the body slam flash into the ult. Someday at 300 health now, and in a 1v2. When's the re-engage going to come across? The fear comes down. They get away from the slows, and Ning just threatening, but does not have the damage to kill as it gets shielded away by Someday.
Overall, 100 Thieves come out on top there. You know, it is the 2 flashes, the Predator blown, the Gangplank ultimate. So, you know, credit 200 Thieves. Anda is in the right place at the right time this time to be able to stop this. And
get more.
They're
Last
looking for
plane over. Flash listening. He's going to be feared for sure. As long as there's follow through, this will be a kill and 1 on the board for 100 Thieves. He's slowed, and Anda gets the kill.
So that's a great collapse coming through from the 100 Thieves. You could see the IG actually looking for a rotation play.
Rookie 1v2, a lot of damage, but Ryu won't go down, burns the cleanse, and now Rookie might try to re-engage. EQ is almost enough to kill His Ryu's getting a bit low, but now Anda walks in for the Fear. Spell Shield will turn off, though, and watch out for the damage. Fear's going to keep Rookie away. Will he go in for this one?
You get this.
He might try. Realm Warp to separate. And is going to be on top of him. There's the damage output and a 1v2 solo kill for Rookie.
He wants a bone.
Looks for more under the turret. 3-0 for Rookie. Run for dear life. A shutdown, I guess, goes to Ryu.
And this is why people are saying he's the best mid laner in the world. Rookie styles on the duo of 100 Thieves.
I'm making it look easy, the 1v2, chasing them down. Ryu is starting this fight at full health, but Rookie out of vision in that bush, chunks out about 2/3 of his health right off the bat, expends the cleanse, and just knows these guys do not have a lot of resources here. You see, waits out the spell shield, so that expires, then the ultimate he can use to chase. He can use that to get Anda right here, knowing the spell shield is down, still has the flash to go for Ryu.
It's just all the little things is actually gank back top lane.
And he's gone. You blinked, and he's out. 5-2, IG getting another one up in the top lane. A good gank there. Someday getting the punches in, but the Shy is just fine here.
Getting ugly for 100 Thieves already, 8 minutes in, and IG is running amok on the map.
Yeah, they certainly are, and it's not like they don't have all that strong lanes. We've seen multiple times Syndra be picked into similar situations like this, just be able to farm up. Dire Rakan still one of the most powerful lanes in the game if you're just picking for a duo. And then Sion is the safest tank in the laning phase. Sure, they have a farm to 6 jungler, but Anda has been involved where he can be. This is just, you know, pound for pound. 100 Thieves not being able to stand up.
Yeah, certainly the case. And also, so much credit to Rookie. He gets the 1v1 outplay, which doesn't even cost him his summoner, takes Ryu's away, solo kill there, then on the roam gets a 1v2 because also of that advantage that he already accrued. So really playing an incredible game, and between him and Ning, they have been pressuring the map very well.
I gotta say, IG really is an incredible team. I know we've seen a lot of comments online. People question if 100 Thieves deserve to be here at Worlds, but they were the Spring Split finalists. Summer Split 4th place team. They brought TSM to 5 games in that 3rd place match series. And overall, 100 Thieves are a very good team domestically, but Invictus, for a lot of people, this is kind of their first time seeing this team on the world stage. IG really are this excellent. They have the best mid laner in the world, potentially the best top laner in the world if you count the Shy based on his best results here. Jackie Love, an insane rookie this year, an incredible player. This is an absolutely stacked lineup.
And it's not like they came from nowhere either, because Rookie's last game in Korea was an LCK title before he came to this world. He was able to take down Samsung Blue, who had just eliminated the Samsung White lineup that went on to win Worlds that year. Obviously was knocked out by Najin and wasn't able to go to Worlds himself. Had a separate appearance on Invictus Gaming where he played with Kakao. But this is a guy that has been around for a very long time, was originally hailed, much like Cap, as a little bit of a baby faker, and now is showing his class. One of the most successful Korean pros to go to the LPL and really make it his region. You know, you add in very good talent like Jackie Love and the Shy, and it isn't a wonder of why this team is as good as they are. It's just whether they could play through all 3 lanes.
Yeah, I really want to give a lot of love and respect to Rookie. He's been, from what I can tell, loving living in China, learned Mandarin. He's essentially fluent here in this one. He does really, really well with the team. It's a well-coordinated squad. And he's, I think, done a great job activating to his new role in a new region, and has continued to have a huge level of individual excellence.
He certainly has, and 100 Thieves, you know, in this game certainly are behind, but they do have Nocturne at 6 now. They do have the Warrior Enchant completed, and we're going to have to see if they can take any swings that are successful against IG here. You want to see Anda getting out with this Nocturne ultimate, perhaps pairing up with Aphromoo on the Recon Engage, or Ryu, someone who can guaranteed get some lockdown and trying to burst someone out. Because if they want to battle back into this game, they need to do it through that Nocturne ultimate. They need to do it through the hard engage that they have drafted, and they're looking for it now on the bot side.
Yeah, the problem is I just think they're on the wrong side of the map. I think that you should be trying to recall Afro move, sending him up into the top lane, try and take down the Shy, and then push through top lane turret. You're already down 30 CS. That is a completed Storm Razor already on Jackie Love. He's got himself a cleanse. He's just such a safe carry at this stage of the game.
Yeah, bursting Aftershock Leona, a little bit difficult. So we'll wait to see as the Nocturne does go back into his own jungle, and Ando's simply clearing Krugs now on this one. But yeah, you want to see that trigger pull. You want to see when Nocturne chooses to go in, how much the Shy can answer with the Gangplank ultimate, with the Cannon Barrage. And we'll wait to see Ning this time around top side, so at least it does give more space for Thieves to work with, as they will soon know Gragas isn't here. But is some days numbered?
Because you can see that Ning is actually expecting a gank up here. Yeah. He's walking in as if it's a counter gank. He's expecting the Sion to ult down the lane, but you can see Under still just clearing out his bottom side jungle.
Yeah, certainly is. And he was actually up here even before Anda's recall, where Anda was in the bush, Ning was there. They were both in a position where they wanted to counter gank, but not actually be the ones to start the fight out. If somebody gets chunked down much more, it's potential to go for a dive, but I really think in the position Ning is in, he's just looking, again, to be here to protect Shy so we can push in the wave, reset this, and continue to farm up on the gangplank. I mean, he has a cull, he's working towards the Triforce, he's perfectly happy just farming it out.
Anda knows he's on a ward, walks through that control ward there, goes, nope, not going to bother to kill that. Instead, sitting around. I mean, he just walked by that thing, and Rookie going to come right back to his own lane, but it does feel like Anda's wasting some time. With this all known, they should be playing safe on all these sides. They're going to go for the play in the mid lane now. Cleanse gets popped, runs away. The fear is going to land, but he's just way too fast. Out he goes with Phase Rush.
And once again, Rookie able to live through the gank. Does have to burn both summoner spells, however, so there is always the repeat there. Nice proactive play out of 100 Thieves.
And it was a nice flash forward by Anda, but he's just too damn fast. With that Phase Rush proc, he just simply outruns the fear, gets away. So there's no way Anda can really cover that much distance going through the turret. And Ning now looking for a counterplay here, perhaps.
It seems unlikely with the wave gone. He's got to turn right back around. He wants to stay out of vision. He might have walked by some of that scuttle vision as well, as the bot lane's now being pushed in. And look how far back Ricard and Afro had to play. 30 CS down, turret being prepped. Gonna go for the play down to the bot side. Cleanse gets popped. They might have damage on a Jackie Love as Leona comes back in for a bit. Blade colors pop. Now Ning goes in. There's the body slam, the flash. Ricard at 5 health, and he's gonna go down as Ning makes that one happen. Now under the turret, Afro is burning. He's gonna fall as well. 2-0 on the bot side.
Coming in.
He's joined in one trade kill. Look for a second as Sion slams into the squad, and 3 return kills come in for 100 Thieves.
The great initial play from IG, but the counter punch there to match this time as the 100 Thieves solo laners do get down there. The jungler comes in. It's 5 bot, 400 Thieves to turn this around, and they're pushing for first turret. Knowing that Rookie is also shoving out mid, they need to get something more down here.
Yeah, and because you're a gangplank at this stage of the game, not wanting to teleport to the play, we'll drop the ultimate now, but it's going to be very late, and that's what I was going to say. Ultimate not used on the initial turret dive. No teleport out of the Shy, so have to question, I guess, the over-aggressive play here.
It seems like a little bit of disrespect, honestly, from IG, but they do set up the initial play very well. You can see the stun onto Ricard, denying any feathers to be set up and pulled through on Jackie Love, and then Ning in with the body slam flash. Ricard is essentially already dead coming out of the ultimate.
Yeah, and just a couple of damage miscalculations here. They thought Afro was going to go down. They thought Ning's initial barrel was going to be enough. Had to drop the cast on top of it as well in the end. That meant that it just took too long. The rest of the collapses there from 100 Thieves members. And, you know, this is a team that, whilst has been falling behind on an individual level, has still shown some glimpses of good team play.
Yeah, and you can say, at least for them today, against Fnatic, against IG now, they are striving to make that play. And we're going to see Aftermove very likely go down, maybe get out.
Okay, as slow as there now, he's got to hold the front line. After a nice escape, of course, Drake picked up no problem by Ning, and there will not be a re-engage, so no casualties for 100 Thieves. But map control, of course, still going to the LPL squad in IG.
And we'll see now what they do with it, because they are starting to group, and this is my concern with the comps. You know, you have a look at what 100 Thieves want to do. They want to be able to play around their ultimates, but I think if Invictus see that they want to brawl, they're probably not going to play away from that play style. So 100 Thieves now get that opportunity whilst being eliminated from Worlds to show that they can go toe-to-toe with some of the best team fighters. And whilst they are slightly behind in gold, about 2,000 at this stage of the game, there is still those windows where they can look to their picks.
Yeah, there certainly are, but you have to remember, Gangplank now on the Triforce means it's almost impossible for Sion to continue that pressure. The wave clear just becomes too strong at that point of the game. The cull has been cashed out, so Shy certainly sitting pretty as far as the gold is concerned. And 100 Thieves are trying to make a 3-man play up to top side, but I believe they are aware of this. Yeah, spotted out on the ward, so IG is in position.
You're going to have a 2v3 if they want to go for the dive. Leona waiting around nearby enough as she flash cones or hex flashes over the wall. I think it was the latter. And there's a Solico in the bot lane as Rookie is setting up this sort of a 1-3-1. No one's answering just yet. Lissandra slowly on the way. The Shy wave clearing, losing a bit of turret health, but it's still at 2/3, so top lane's not in too much danger. We have a 3,000 gold difference as IG hold the lead onto this one. 4-0. Looking at their 5th win, and they are likely to here against 100 Thieves.
And I really do like IG sending Rookie down to the bottom lane now. He's at such a strong position in the game with that Seraphs, with the Merc Treads. You know, he's 3-1. He's heavily ahead in farm as well. And no one really can answer him in that 1v1 right now, so he's going to be able to create a lot of pressure and also buy time for the Shy and Jackie Love to kind of continue that farm and look to scale up.
And he can just be the pressure point in the map. I mean, he's 50 CS up right now. He goes back, gets the makings of a Banshee's Veil as well. So even in a 2v1 situation with Cleanse with Banshees, that is a very hard target to take down. We were talking yesterday, the fact that Lissandra does do a lot of damage, but very reliant on all of her abilities hitting to be able to do so. Just being able to mitigate one of those will mean that Rookie can just kite them out.
Very, very likely. Neither of these assassins, if you want to call Lissandra and Nocturne, that have the burst to kill any of these IG backliners. You can hope, for the 100 Thieves' sake, that 2 of them can combine for it. That's going to require people being separated and the defensive tools not being out there. So let's see what happens as we still look at this 3,000 gold or 2,500 gold difference. Maybe closer than many would have expected. 18 minutes into this game, the 1-300 Thieves versus the 4-0, probably best early game team in China, IG.
Yeah, I think certainly closer, especially than you expect after watching the first couple minutes of this game, where there's a solo kill into 2 more and a 1v2 for Rookie. 100 Thieves has found their chances, and in they go.
They're going to dive in for the back line, and it's going to be already after deleted, and another Zhonya's pop. This is very low health bars for 100 Thieves. They're going to try, though. Ricard answers one, but in goes Jackie Love, and it's already 3 kills picked up as the slaughter might just continue. Right on top of Ricard, not quite going to get the root. The blade color not going to matter. A double kill for Jackie Love, but it's only Someday running out.
And once again, if 100 Thieves want to fight, I feel like Invictus Gaming will welcome the brawl. You can see the Shy still chasing down the tankiest member, trying to get Rookie on the flank as well.
And now Rookie jumps over the wall, and Someday we can slowly cast as he dies. The mid lane's already under fire. That turret is going down. Someday is ultless. He has a flash. He's going to pop it here. And at least he survives, but 4 for maybe 1. And the turret going down is obviously an IG win.
And good for you Someday. Like, don't let them chase you around. Don't let them pick on you.
Yeah, the moral victory in this replay presented by Acer Predator as 100 Thieves, they're the ones picking the engage. You think it might start off well, but Aphromoo just gets exploded and down to almost no HP immediately, and the damage dealers just get lit up.
Honestly, that was the best fight they probably could have looked for. Lissandra got into the back line, got her ult onto a priority target. Maybe the wrong one, because actually they both had cleanse available, so who cares? Would have been the exact same result. Damage still came out in spades, but when you're this far ahead already, you know, you're talking about half an item to an item ahead in every single role. It becomes very difficult to team fight.
And also when you're grouped up that heavily, the GP ultimate got a lot of value, as you can see in this team fight. And again, now looking for Ryu here.
Takes as much as he can.
Nice
Ultimate stop the explosive cast, but he is 1 versus 3. Solar Flare is going to try to get out, and Ryu does not melt today. True Ice strong enough.
Well played there by Ryu to escape, but it isn't much for 100 Thieves. They need to get something going in this game, it feels like, and they want to try to set up for more additional picks, perhaps looking the way of Rookie, knowing his summoners are down.
Well, looking at this one now as he's going to be jumped on by 3. Kites to the side, not going to matter. Afro somehow nabs the kill, and at least little bits are going for 100 Thieves, but they're working back a 5,000 gold deficit.
Yeah, and that's really nice play because you can see both the waves are pushed out so far. Now Someday goes back to mid lane, going to be able to collect that farm. So they made a pick, and they also didn't lose farm elsewhere on the map. No turrets fall down, so that's a net positive play for 100 Thieves. They got to keep looking for those windows if they want to battle their way back in.
They definitely do, but I mean, for IG now, with Gangplank on 2 items and Rise on 2 items, it really does feel like the 1-3-1 starts to really come online. It's going to be hard for 100 Thieves to have one-man answer on either side, and IG can really start to look to peel this map apart.
That is why Nocturne has become such a prize pick at this world. So protects 1-3-1 incredibly well, but it also is great in 1-3-1. Tahm Kench is on a similar vein. These champions that have flexibility on both sides of these kind of compositions just have become, you know, accelerated in priority. And I think that the fact that Ander has had a fine game, that he's sitting on the lethality item there in the serrated deck, going towards probably a Dark Blade, means that after the next item, he can probably take down both squishy sides of the 1-3-1.
Yeah, and then you have to kind of look towards Ning and seeing how well he's going to be able to do and actually shadowing these side laners, anticipating where Anda is going to show up, and also how good at IG or how good they are at getting something on the other side of the map. Wherever Anda attacks, they want to attack elsewhere.
That's what it looks like when you have pressure in pretty much every single lane you could be in. All of the members are doing quite well in gold or XP or farm or all the above. Level leads in both the mid and bottom lane. +2 in mid. Rookie is massively ahead of Ryu here.
You've also got to love seeing a double Infernal on the side of IG with this much damage in the tank here. It is GP, Rise, and the Kaisa, as well as some AP coming out here from Ning.
Doesn't suck there. He's got that Runic Echoes in this, and we'll wait for the next big play in this game is just simply the Drake was picked up without contest. Baron being up now means that's probably the next objective to fall outside of a turret if one of these outers can drop. Someday playing catch-up, though, and collecting what waves you can. We simply look for that next big aggressive play out of most likely Invictus, but 100 Thieves might try.
And you can see that Invictus walk towards mid lane, they group, and now they're trying to decide lane assignment. So Rookie most likely going to match into the Scion, has probably better wave clear at this stage if he is able to get free access to that wave. Also, given the fact that Scion's built primarily armor, he at least can kill the guy after some time. Whereas you can see right now the Shy going towards the bottom side of the map. Also the fact that Rookie's not running teleport this game, pretty big deal in that regard. So I think that if they can get Scion back into the Shy and just try and bounce Rookie's wave as much as possible, collected a turret with multiple members, shove it back out, there are ways to still stall out this game. And the gold lead isn't as such that without a main tank, you can just take Baron at will. Still going to be a team fight around that objective.
So wait for that team fight. Looking at the gold incomes here. Yeah, that's a lot. 2.3 thousand for Gangplank. Some of that printed for free, but other than the jungle, down the line, richer members on Invictus. And came in partway through the split, replacing Meadows on Thieves. Honestly, did pretty well. I think he's also looked pretty decent on the world stage, which is saying a lot, considering there's been some really good junglers in his group. I'm actually overall impressed with him on the year. I'm sure we'll see more of him in 2019.
I want to talk about Ning's build a little bit. I thought we would see this build a lot more coming into Worlds. As actually.
Ryu's going to face checking with you. There's Cleanse being popped, the stun on top of it, and they're going to die picking up Jackie Love, and they'll find his lane mid as well. The double kill in for Anda himself.
They may try to go for more here. They're around the Baron. They're on a Rookie.
5 versus 3. Rookie can cut away pretty cleanly now, and it's up to the Shy. Going back and forth. Now, what will 100 Thieves do with the numbers advantage? Looking in, the Shy's going to jump away and not be knocked up just yet. But will they turn in for Baron? Keep in mind, Ning is alive, but somebody's going to find himself the slow. The giant knockup not going to be found. His bell on the slam. Into the backside. It's a double kill for Rookie. And will it be more? The third, looking for the fourth. They're trying to run away. And poor Someday can only walk. That flash not going to go too far. Not going to be an easy answer. Body slam again. In a 3 versus 5, IG find 4 kills.
And a genuine 3v5, just able to take the team fight that was sitting there kind of debating back and forth, but with the amount of ults used initially, Invictus take the fight.
And they're onto the Baron now. They're going to be starting this up, and it should be an IG Baron. And what a team fight it was. Ning and the Shy and Rookie able to find the combo, which looked like a barrel chain, as well as that flash engage from Ning, exploding the 100 Thieves members.
And what I was going to mention is that we'd seen way more AP Gangplank picked up in solo queue. And sometimes when you see solo queue builds, it is just for a little bit of fun, for a little bit of de-stress, but I was pretty confident in this one. We see the setup. This is very similar to the Blabber setup that he got flamed for. Instead, this time goes over the wall in Fog of War and gets the start of the fight they need.
I mean, it was a beautiful start to the fight. They force out the cleanse, immediate follow-up to actually find it, but the engage onto Rookie is never very clean. They're not able to catch any roots or real CC on the Shy here either, as he retreats and flashes out on the top side. And then 100 Thieves, as they chase over to Rookie, they corral themselves, and look at the barrel chain, I do believe, here from the Shy, as well as the engage from Ning comes in, the barrel chain goes off, Rookie over the wall, and what an incredible combo.
And that was Rookie missing a Q. If that last Q had a bounce as well, it would have been even quicker there. So you can see that this is a very potent comp this far ahead. And so much of it just generated off over-aggression potentially from 100 Thieves.
Gangplank almost out-damaged 100 Thieves by himself.
That Gragas, that's a jungle Gragas, just did 4,000 damage.
That was a Predator body slam hitting like 4 or 5 people into the ult. That's enough AP to matter. Big stuff, and of course now IG knocking on the door, hoping to knock down the entire base here. Up 10,000 gold, Baron buff on, inhibitor turret just not going to be answered. They might try, but it would be suicide, you have to believe. As slowly but surely the turret gets chipped away, and the new wave comes in for reinforcements.
And this is an area where KT, but a lot of the LPL teams have impressed me as I actually land a barrel.
And Ricard has to choose when to ult, looking for crowd control, not going to pull that trigger just yet. And actually late, but Explosive Gas didn't hit, so he's going to be all right. And now on to the Nexus turrets. IG looking to be 5-0. They move the wave to the mid lane. They say the Nexus turret's not ready just yet, but mid lane's certain to fall here.
This is just beautiful play from IG, really showing you how to snowball a game here.
Ryu's going to get the self-ult. They're going to try one last time on it. Thieves trying to get the kill. Onto the back line they go. They almost have the damage. but they're still surviving. The kiting away, finally Jackie Love will fall. And it's a 4v4 to keep going for this one. Maybe something looks good as Baolan is pretty injured and the team kites out to the base gate. But Someday down to 400. Rikara down to even less than that, just survives with the shields, but it's 3v4 and Rookie wants in. Gets knocked up though and bites off more than he can chew. In the 3v3 it will be Inhibitor, and now I think IG might not get more, but they are still trying. They're going maybe for the Nexus turrets. The Baolan walks backwards and IG will live.
Yeah, I think they're having a little bit of fun on this one, trying to run through 3 members to kill Rikara and a turret there at about 20% HP. Rookie running it down on that one, but IG certainly in full control.
Yeah, they certainly are, and I was going to say, this kind of setup is what has impressed me about KT and, you know, RNG. When they have these leads, they know how far they can push. They take down the turret, they nearly take out Rikara, as you mentioned, Freak, late ultimate there. And this is just actually a crafty play from Rookie. Puts the whole creep wave in, takes it to the mid lane turret, continues the play.
Yeah, beautiful stuff. Rotate those Baron minions over, knock down that second inhibitor turret, and then IG just want to brawl. They're looking for the fights, and you know, it is a good self-ult there from Ryu. A lot spent on him, but they slightly miss out on the CC chain. The Leon ultimate a little bit too late, and the fight explodes.
And you can see why they were confident in this comp. They got access to the backline. Flash was available. They were able to tie the Kai'Sa down. They blow him up. Sure, the rest of the gold lead's still too much, but in theory, if this was a more equal game, which obviously it isn't, that doesn't look so bad, but there is such thing as a gold lead team fight, and I think we just looked at one.
We did, and it's going to continue. 13,000 now the lead. It actually got bigger since last time, despite the couple of shutdowns coming through.
I mean, the Shy is 6,000 gold ahead individually. Like, that is just absurd. He hits one barrel on Rikara, Rikara goes back to base. Rikara comes out, gets hit by a barrel, go back to base, bud. It is just so much damage coming out of these members at this point in the game. I mean, you have two in pieces for Rikara. This is almost a full build GP.
They're going to try one more time. Sign him to the backline. Look at the big knockups. Once again, 100 Thieves want the assassination, but Shy solo kills out the backline. But it's been a trade of 80 carries, so the 4v4 continues as the first revive comes through, but Ryu is already gone. 4v3 the chase in. Baolan going to fight against Afro, but Afro's over the wall. Still the kills coming through fast and furious. IG knocked down everyone except that zombie and except Afromu. And so those two will do battle, and it's not going to mean very much as no courage for Afro. Gonna retreat away. It doesn't matter though. IG gonna be 5-0. We know the base is gonna fall. Baolan versus Afro, maybe a close fight on this one, but it's certainly the Nexus dropping. 1 in 400 Thieves. The best they can do is battle to hold on to 3rd place. IG undefeated coming into the last game of the group stage.
And that is a very confident game from IG. They bring in the Shy, they play a carry, they generate a 6,000 gold lead in the top lane against 100 Thieves' best performing member in Someday, and send a message to Fnatic that they are very much looking forward to the rematch.
Yep, IG is coming, and that is going to be an insane battle at the end of the day. But 100 Thieves certainly, they tried to make some plays. You know, they tried to be proactive in this game, but IG outperformed them individually, out-team fought them, out-executed them. They were the better team certainly here today. And 100 Thieves will fall down once more and now have to look towards that one last game to try to pick up a second win.
But I do think that as 100 Thieves, you know, you made some changes to your roster mid-split 2.